Since I'm going to be talking about James Harden today, I decided to show you guys the highlights of the famous Corey Brewer game. And James Harden, if you can hear this, he's probably not, but everyone needs to know this. He is washed. He thinks he has the trade value of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic, Darius Garland. Like, bro, you're 34. And this is the part that pisses me off. If you didn't want to play for the Sixers, why did you opt in? Like, this could have been avoided, right? If you didn't want to play for us, you could have just signed with the Clippers. Russell Westbrook signed a 2-year, $8 million contract, right? He's self-aware, like, okay, I'm not as good as I used to be. I want to win. I'm going to take a pay cut. Harden's pay cut is still getting $35 million a year. Like, bro, if you didn't want to play for the Sixers, you shouldn't have opted in. And now he has no leverage. I don't know who he thinks he is. He's not LeBron James. If it was Embiid, that's a different story. But, bro, if you sit out, we're going to find your ass, bro. We're going to find him. Like, we find Simmons, we're going to find James Harden. And if he comes with that fat suit, I'm telling you, we're going to extract every money out of that contract. And, hey, I'll take it. But I want to show you guys some trades only from the Clippers, I guess, some realistic trades that could happen. But with Morey talking about, like I said, I have a video on his interview. He talked about, we're going to keep him if you don't get any good trade value, So, yeah, these might be trades that we're probably getting now, but we're probably just declining them. So, I just want to show them now and see how you guys like it. So the first trade package I see us getting is us giving away James Harden, and we receive Norman Powell, Marcus Morris Sr., Bones Highland, and 2 first-round picks. And we have to remember, James Harden is on an expiring contract, so his value is even lower than we know it is from his play. So this might be one of the best trades, maybe. I mean, I would still look for a 3-team trade with the Bulls. I really want to get Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine's not winning in Chicago. Or DeMar DeRozan. I wouldn't mind getting DeMar. But I don't know. They would have to be more vocal about them leaving. So we'll see what happens. That's another reason why I think Morey is waiting. He wants to see if there's a disgruntled superstar that he can trade Harden for. Because Harden is one of the big, believe it or not, he's one of the bigger names out there, right? So it's him, Dame. I think that's about it, right? But if Paul George decides to say, okay, I don't want to be in the Clippers anymore, we're in a better situation. We can just trade Harden for him. And we can give him PJ Tucker, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, that's best case scenario. So I think that's what he's waiting for. And the next trade I see us doing, or next trade that's presented, is James Harden for Norman Powell, Marcus Morris, Amir Coffey, 1 first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks. Honestly, I like the Bones Highland trade a little bit more, but Amir Coffey, I mean, he's young. Nick Nurse can probably, help him with his potential. I don't know, but none of these trades are really going to change our team drastically. It's just going to add some bench pieces. I mean, Norman Powell is probably amazing. I feel like that's a player that we need, but we also were missing that point guard. So, I know Nick Nurse might train Tyrese as a point guard, but he's still, in my opinion, he's more of a combo guard. So we need a pass-first guy to set our offense, So, a Chris Paul, a prime Chris Paul would be amazing, or even an old Chris Paul. But that's not going to happen. You already went to a different team. We missed our opportunity of getting him. So, that's what happens when you wait. When you wait the long game, you miss out on opportunities. But you could get a big opportunity coming up. So we'll see what happens. There's not much to talk about in the Sixers news, the Sixers media right now. People are constantly just talking about Joel Embiid getting traded. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years. This guy's just won an MVP. This guy's been second place for MVP the last 3 years. This guy is so close to getting past the second round. He was 1 game away. And I blame all that on Harden. Game 6, we're up. Embiid didn't get the ball in the last 4 minutes. I know I'm talking about the past, but man, that loss was on Harden, bro. Game 6 loss was all on Harden. And Game 7, Embiid and Harden, I blame both of them. But Game 6, man, your point guard cannot sell you out like that. And that's what he did. And there's a player that I'm very excited to see next year, and that is my boy, Jaden Springer. He looked very good in the Summer League. He averaged 22 points, 1.3 blocks a game, 3 steals a game, while shooting 49% from the floor in 3 games, which is a drastic improvement. I mean, he took his G League team to the finals, and then it sucks we couldn't really make the playoffs in Summer League, but Ricky Council was really bad. If you guys watch those games, Ricky Council is a work in progress. I don't see him playing at all this year. Maybe if we're up by 50, he might come in, but he's a G League prospect. He needs to work on his game a little bit more. His jump shot's not there. His decision-making is not there. But Jaden Springer, man, he was the leader. He was man's amongst boys most of the time, especially on defense, man. He always came to play, always aggression. He used his big body. He's strong. He has a great sense of gravity. I mean, there's some games. There was one game, I think it was the Jazz game. I think it's the Jazz game, actually. Oh, no, it's the Hawks game. It was the game where we basically got eliminated from the playoffs in the Summer League. It was Jaden Springer's best game. But, however, like at the end of the game, he picked up his dribble. He was indecisive. He was scared at the moment, and I feel like that had to be one of his first times where he had to put the team on his back and say, yeah, I'm going to hit this. I'm going to do this, And him playing in the NBA, that's not going to be his role, right? So just keep that in mind for the people who were saying, oh, he's not going to be able to do that in games. Like, obviously, we have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey. I really do think that like he's going to be a Pat Bev type player or a Marcus Smart type player, and I see that as a ceiling, and that's a very, very important role or important player you need on your team, So I'm very excited. He deserved some minutes last year. Doc did not want to give him any minutes. I don't know why. But, I mean, he did win the G League MVP, Finals MVP, so, it was great experience that he had there. But he's finally going to get the NBA experience that he needs so he can progress as a pro. So, we'll see what happens. He looked very good in the Summer League. I just wanted to talk about him because Jaden Springer, I'm very big on him. Ever since we drafted him, I just love this game. He's still young, man. He's 20, I think, right now. But, hey, we'll see what he does, man. He still has room to grow. His jump shot has gotten way better since he first got drafted. So, I mean, I'm liking these picks. Him and Maxey just need to have that bond. I think they're already pretty close, but him and Maxey, like, Maxey can take him under his wing a little bit because Maxey's played 3 years pro. So, take him under his wing. Same with Pat Bev. So, I'm excited to see what happens. And, yeah, man, if you guys stayed to the end, make sure you drop a like. Give me a subscribe. And I mess with y'all. Peace.